Philadelphia news, team of my heart. Hey Sixers fans, let's talk about something that's got the rumor mill buzzing. Remember Jimmy Butler? Of course, you do. He was a huge part of our team a few years back before he headed to the Miami Heat. Well, word on the street is that the Philadelphia 76ers are considering a bold move to bring Butler back into the fold. According to reports from the Philadelphia Inquirer, if Butler forces a trade from the Heat this summer, the Sixers are ready to roll out the red carpet with a max contract extension. Now, before you get too excited, let's break down what needs to happen for this reunion to take place. First off, Jimmy Butler would have to decide that he wants out of Miami. This is no small feat, especially considering Heat president Pat Riley has made it clear that they're not looking to trade Butler anytime soon. Riley's stance is firm, stating the Heat have no intention of letting their star player go this offseason. However, should Butler push for a trade, the Sixers are poised to act quickly and decisively. It's a high-stakes game with plenty of moving parts. Not only would Butler need to express his desire to leave, but the Sixers would also have to put together a compelling trade package that the Heat would accept. This involves some serious negotiation and strategizing, considering the assets and players that might be involved in such a deal. For the Sixers, this move makes a lot of sense. Bringing back Butler could be the missing piece to their championship puzzle. Butler's tenacity, leadership, and all-around playstyle align perfectly with the Sixers' goals. He's not just a star player, he's a game-changer who brings a competitive edge that's contagious throughout the team. But let's address the emotional aspect here. Think back to when Butler was with the Sixers. Those intense playoff battles, his clutch performances, and the undeniable chemistry he had with the squad. We've all felt the sting of those playoff exits and the longing for a player who can push us over the top. Butler could be that guy. Imagine seeing Butler in a Sixers jersey again, driving down the lane, hitting clutch shots, and leading the charge on both ends of the court. The prospect of reuniting with Butler isn't just about adding talent, it's about reigniting that fire and passion that we all miss. It's about unfinished business and the hunger for a championship that burns in every true Sixers fan. So, what do you think? Would you welcome Jimmy Butler back with open arms? Do you believe he could be the catalyst for a Sixers championship run? This is more than just a trade rumor, it's a potential turning point for our team. Hey Sixers fans, let's dive into the latest on the team's summer plans. We've got about $65 million in cap space to play with, which is plenty to make a big splash. Everyone's buzzing about the possibility of bringing Paul George to Philly. He's got a player option for next season with the Clippers and hasn't signed an extension yet, which opens the door for some serious speculation. Here's the scoop. The Clippers reportedly offered George a 3-year, $152.4 million deal, but if he decides to test the waters in unrestricted free agency, the Sixers could swoop in with a 4-year, $212 million contract. That's a lot more money, plus the chance to team up with our very own Joel Embiid and the rising star Tyrese Maxey. The question is, would this be enough to pull George away from sunny California and bring him to the city of brotherly love? Only time will tell. But let's keep it real. If we can't land George, the Sixers need a solid backup plan, and that's where Jimmy Butler comes into play. Imagine the reunion, Butler back in Philly, bringing his grit, leadership, and clutch performances to complement Embiid and Maxey. It's a tantalizing prospect that could elevate the team to serious title contenders. We know there are a lot of moving parts here. George's decision, the Clippers' stance, and the intricacies of potential trades all factor into this complex scenario. But think about what it would mean to have George or Butler back in a Sixers jersey. Both players bring unique strengths and could be the final piece of the puzzle we've been missing. Reflect on Butler's time with us. Those electrifying playoff runs, his incredible work ethic, and his undeniable connection with the team and the fans. It's hard not to get emotional thinking about what could have been and what could still be. Butler's return could reignite that fire and passion, pushing us toward that elusive championship. So, Sixers Nation, where do you stand? Are you hoping for George's arrival, or does the idea of Butler's return excite you more? Either way, the future is bright, and the possibilities are thrilling. Let's talk about the buzz surrounding Jimmy Butler and the possibility of him forcing a move back to Philadelphia. Butler's contract situation is pretty complex. He's set to earn $48.8 million next season, with a player option for $52.4 million in 2025-26. Reports say he's pushing for a 2-year, $113 million max extension from Miami. However, it seems the Heat's front office, led by Pat Riley, isn't too keen on that kind of commitment. Riley recently addressed this during an end-of-season press conference, saying, "We don't have to do that for a year. We have not discussed that internally right now, but we have to look at making that kind of commitment. That's a big decision on our part to commit those kinds of resources unless you have somebody who's going to be there and available every single night. That's the truth." So, where does this leave us? If the Heat balk at Butler's asking price, he might have to push for a trade to get what he wants. We've seen Butler navigate tricky situations before, but this time, he's been vocal about his love for Miami. He said earlier this month, "I feel at home, man. I really care about the city. I really care about the people in the city. Miami has embraced me. They've wanted me to bring them something, win an NBA title they haven't done since LeBron, D. Wade, and C. Bosh, in 2013. And I want to do that. So as soon as I get this knee back right, I'm right back on and everybody know it." But let's be real, if Butler decides to make things messy and push for a trade, the Sixers have to be ready. Imagine the intensity and leadership Butler could bring back to Philly, pairing up again with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. It's an electrifying thought that could change the trajectory of our team. Butler has that fire, that drive to win, and we know he can deliver when it matters most. For us Sixers fans, this situation is a roller coaster. Remember those unforgettable moments Butler gave us? His clutch performances, his fierce competitive spirit, and the way he rallied the team? That's the kind of energy and determination we need to chase that championship dream. So, what's your take? Can you see Butler making his way back to Philadelphia, or do you think he'll stay put in Miami? Either way, the next few months are going to be crucial. We've got a lot to look forward to, and every decision could be a game changer. We've got some intriguing updates on the Jimmy Butler situation. It's clear that while Miami Heat president Pat Riley isn't thrilled about giving Butler a huge extension, he's also not eager to trade him. When asked directly if the Heat would consider trading Butler this summer, Riley's response was a firm no. But let's dive deeper. Could there be a tipping point in the Heat's relationship with Butler that might change things? Right now, it's uncertain. Riley's hesitation to commit to a big extension, coupled with Butler's high contract demands, creates a complex situation. While all signs suggest the Heat won't entertain trading Butler, we can't completely rule out the possibility, especially given the financial and strategic implications. If the Heat eventually decide to part ways with Butler, the Sixers need to be ready to act swiftly. And this is where things get really exciting. Imagine Butler back in Philly, reuniting with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. His leadership, tenacity, and clutch performances could be exactly what we need to push for a championship. Consider the impact Butler had during his previous stint with us. Those unforgettable playoff moments, his relentless drive, and the way he galvanized the team and fans alike. Bringing him back could reignite that passion and determination that embodies the spirit of the Sixers. But what if the Heat decide to keep Butler? The Sixers still have other options on the table, like pursuing Paul George if he becomes available. Either way, our front office is gearing up to make significant moves that could reshape our team's future. So, Sixers Nation, what's your take? Do you see Butler forcing a trade, or do you think he'll stay put in Miami? How about the possibility of landing Paul George instead? The offseason is shaping up to be a roller coaster, and every twist and turn could be a game changer for us. Stay in the loop with all the latest developments by subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification bell. You won't want to miss a single update as we navigate this exciting period. Let's keep the excitement and hope alive, Sixers fans. Go Sixers!